Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C. And place to be, it's Deb C. Boop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. 2025 edition. Everybody, happy new year. Oh my goodness, we made it. Who in the comments, who stayed up past 12? Raise your hand if you did. I did. It's because Dolly needed to make sure she ate a hot dog for midnight. Okay, so it is the morning. And I thought I would do something different. Go out and have some breakfast with one of my friends. Let's say hello to special guest star. Introduce yourself right now.
Hi, I'm Patty. I'm Debbie's friend. I met her through the bus working in Pittsburgh. Happy New Year!
Bye, guys. We're going to go in. We're going to have breakfast at Bob Evans. And maybe I'll show you what I'm going to get. Am I going to stick to my resolution? I'm really going to try. Okay. Bye, guys.
Happy New Year!
Ooh, I like that chin. Hey guys, okay, so I'm here, and welcome to my channel. As you just saw, I had a guest for my first video of the year. Me and my friend Patty had gone out to breakfast. So I thought I would just do a little different intro, but the same, but different. For the first video of the year. So that's why I have my makeup. That's why I have makeup on. And I actually almost poked myself in the eye, and I did a little something with my hair. So I don't know how long this is gonna last, me actually putting makeup on. So, hey everybody, and welcome to my first video of the year. Happy 2025. I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's Eve, whether you went out or you stayed in. I, as y'all know, stayed in. I was thinking I would maybe read, or I would do like some fun crafting things or coloring, and I didn't do any of those. I made 2 videos, and then I doom scrolled on my phone, and typically Dolly does not stay up until midnight, but she wanted us to have a hot dog at midnight. I don't know if it's a hot dog with sauerkraut. I don't know if it's to like bring luck or what. I don't know what that was about, but we did have our hot dog, and I stayed up until it was probably about 1 o'clock, and I watched Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen on CNN, and it was just it was unhinged. They were drinking. It was unhinged. It was great. It's my favorite thing to watch on New Year's Eve is AC and AC on CNN. I love it. So I thought, why do I look this? Wait a minute. Do I look like I'm sitting down real low? I do. Anyways, okay. So this is my yearly, let's look ahead and let's set some intentions. I'm gonna say intentions. I don't wanna say resolutions or goals, because I feel like definitely if I say resolutions, I'm going to suck at it, and I'm going to not do it for too long at all. And goals, same thing. So I'm gonna just say intentions. Okay, so my number one intention, every year, my number one intention is better health. Every year it falls by the wayside. When I say health, I just mean I have to drink more water. I have to cut down drastically on my sugar intake, and I need to move more. I am not getting older, or no, not getting older. I'm not getting younger. No one is, but it is apparent for me. Like in my past, in my younger days, I'd be like, I would like to lose it because I want to look better. I don't care. I'm sexy enough already. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not doing it for vanity's sake. I'm doing it for health purposes. Like, my knees and my arthritis is absolutely terrible, and I know that there's probably a cavalcade of other health issues, so I have to do something about this. I just do. I'm a single lady. It's not like I have a husband who, like, if I get sick, they would take care of me. I have to take care of myself, and I have to do that. So that is exactly what I plan on doing. And I don't want to make it so drastic so that I just can't have anything. But I really do want to cut down on things. Like I said, I want to cut down drastically on my sugar intake, and just try and stop the mindless eating. Like, I will eat if I'm sitting in this kitchen and I know that there's something here that I want, even if I'm not hungry, even if I'm somewhat full, I will still eat it. And I can't do that. I will eat if I'm bored. I will eat if I'm mad. I will eat if I'm sad. I will eat for anything, for any reason. And I gotta stop that. So that is number one. And I work from home. Working from home, I work a desk job. And so it is very stationary. And I don't get up and move a lot. That has to change. So for that reason, health is the number one intention. I want better health. I have to make that a priority. That's just it. Number two for me is finances. Listen, a few years ago, I thought to myself, I don't have anyone else to rely on as far as finances goes. So I got to get stuff in gear. And I went through and I cleaned up my finances and my debt. But now what I want to do is I want to practice conscious spending, and I want to underconsume. So you might be like, what is underconsuming? Underconsuming, and if you go on TikTok, there's a thing called Project Pan. And Project Pan basically means that you use up what you have before you go out and buy anything new. So for example, and I know this for a fact, I have probably, yes, I do. I have 3 tubes of foundation, of makeup. I have those, but yet I will still go out and buy more. It makes no sense. So I will use those before I buy anything else. Use everything before you go and buy something. That's what Project Pan is. Don't just, and then when you do that, when you go out and you overbuy, then there's all of this packaging that's out there that's just polluting the planet and just filling up these landfills. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to really try my hardest for underconsumption. Use up what you have first before you actually go out and buy something, and then just have it there. And then the cycle just continues where I just keep buying and keep buying and keep buying. And then eventually, years later, I'm like, I haven't used this in forever. And then I throw it out and I've wasted my money. And that makes no sense. The other part of it is conscious spending. Conscious spending means I'm going to actually try and ask myself, do you really need this? Is this something you really need? Like, is it cost effective? Do you really absolutely need it? Not do you want it, but do you need it? And this, for me, the toughest place for me on curbing my spending is on TikTok, because I will see, like, if I see a new coloring book and I'm like, oh my gosh, that coloring book looks great. Well, some of them, if you go on Amazon, you can get them for not that expensive. But if you go on TikTok, they're like $20, $25. And this, I have a whole ton of them in there. And it's like, look at this haul, look at all of these. But I mean, I'm set on them for years. You know what I mean? I have to, when I see something on there, it's so simple to just be like, look at this. And then they do such a great, terrific job of selling it. And then I'm like, oh, let me get it. You know, and then I don't use it, and then I end up throwing it out like a few years later. So that's what I'm saying. I really need to make sure that I'm thinking about what I'm buying, because coming up in 2025, once again, not to get into politics or anything, but with things that could be going into effect, like for example, tariffs, prices could go up quite a bit. So and who knows what is coming down the pike with the next administration. So I absolutely want to just keep an eye on all of that. Next is mindfulness. When I say mindfulness, a few things come to mind. For me, it means having some unplugged time, meaning I'm not on my phone, I'm not on my laptop, I'm not doing any of that. I'm doing things like reading or writing in my journal or crafting or coloring or anything that's gonna help me be a little more mindful. Like in the morning, I will just bring my phone in with me and look at my phone while I'm eating breakfast. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to either spend that time maybe reading a little bit or journaling. And I used to journal all the time about everything, and I don't anymore. And I feel like when you journal and you take those few moments to just connect with yourself and what you're feeling and what you're thinking, it can help you greatly. So I want to become a little more mindful. And like I said, at least put maybe like, I know that I cannot take an entire day and not go on my phone, but even if it's like a set aside, like an hour or two, you know. Another good thing that I want to absolutely start doing is when I go to bed, I don't get on my phone and just scroll for hours and hours. And I go to bed every night at 10 o'clock, and then I'll look and I'll be like, oh, it is 11:30 and I have been watching videos on my phone all night. I can't, it's not great, because then you're not getting the sleep that you need. So those are the things that I want to do. I also had written this phrase, and it is, do you see? It says thrive, not just survive. I would really like to try to thrive and not just survive. But me thriving and not just surviving is different from somebody else. Somebody else's thriving would mean like going and traveling the world and going out and doing like all these different things. It's different for me. For me, thriving would mean to get out a little bit more. However, that does not look like thriving for me is not like world travel or even going to big, large events. Because just, I don't know if you saw the news today, in New Orleans, where a man plowed into a crowd on Bourbon Street. Then they were celebrating the new year and killed 15 and unalived 15 people. It's things like this that scare me about going out and just really make me anxious and nervous to go to things. Big, travel or go to different countries or go to big events like that. So for me, thriving, like when I think of last year, I think of basically work. Like it's Groundhog Day every single day. I wake up, I do this, I do that, I work, I finish working, I eat, I come upstairs, I make my videos, I go to bed. It's the same thing like every day. So even if I can do, that's why I wanted to go out this morning and go to breakfast so it could get me out of my comfort zone and just, so that I don't feel like I'm just surviving, like I'm just working. I'm working until I can retire and then that's it. I don't want that. So thriving for me looks different from what other people thriving might be. It's different for everybody, I think. But I don't want to look back at this year and be like, boy, all I really did was just work and try to seem not miserable, but, have these feelings of like miserableness. So that's that. And I know people are going to be like, well, you can't, sometimes you can't always just thrive. Yes. And I know that. I know there's going to be days when I am just going to be just surviving and just barely getting by. And if you can just barely get by, at least you're getting by. So that's it. Those are my intentions. Better health, my finances. I want to practice conscious spending. I want to also embrace underconsumption. And I want to become a little more mindful and connect a little bit more to myself and disconnect from social media. Like I said, even if it's just for like an hour a day, I really want to do that. And I would like to do that in the morning and at night. So there we go. Those are my intentions. Put in the comments if you have made any intentions or resolutions or goals for the new year. And listen, if nobody told you yet today, you are loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there so that it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another. Also, please be aware of your surroundings. Be smart. Hydrate often with water. And if you are in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love and our thoughts and our prayers and all of the positive energy for you to make it through, because I know you can. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye. Okay, so here we are, guys. I did it. I actually stuck to my resolution, one of them of not having a lot of sugar. Boom. Boom. That's Patty's. Ooh, look at his biscuits. I think I might get one. Ooh. Okay.